This is my top 10 soccer players of all time. So let's get into it. All right, first off, I got some honorable mentions. You guys, I promise this isn't rage bait, but I think Bellingham will climb up the ranks eventually, but right now I don't think he's there. I don't think he's very close, honestly. And then I got my one of my favorite midfielders I've ever seen with my eyes, honestly. I've ever watched. I haven't really watched that much. You're probably gonna think this is really recent bias or whatever, but recency bias. But I have KDB in here. I think he's a really good midfielder, and I'm a midfielder, so it's kind of biased, but yeah. And then my last two honorable mentions, I have Neuer and R9. I think Neuer's second best goalie of all time. First is on this list. So, yeah, I really liked watching Neuer back in the day, and R9, I haven't really watched much of him, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. All right, number 10, opening it up, we have Neymar Jr. I honestly think he is a really good player. He just got a little injury prone and lost a lot of confidence because he never ended up winning a Ballon d'Or. But if Messi and Ronaldo were never there, I think that he could have easily won one. I also think he was overshadowed by a lot of what Messi did because they were on the same team for a really long time. So yeah, I think that PSG comeback was all him. Number 9, I have a goalkeeper, Lev Yashin. Only goalkeeper to win a Ballon d'Or. I've never seen his highlights, but I mean, the fact that he won a Ballon d'Or is enough for me to put him on this list, to be honest. That honestly seems insane to win a Ballon d'Or as a goalkeeper. I think Neuer could have won. I think he was really close to winning one at one point. So, yeah. Number 8, this may seem like recency bias, but just based on what I've seen, what I've watched, I haven't watched every bit of soccer ever, but I have Ramos on here for. I tried to put a lot of defensive players on here because I feel like a lot of the forwards get a lot of credit for just because they score goals and can celebrate. But I think Ramos was a really probably best defender of that era that he was in, with Ronaldo and Messi in there. Number 7, I have the best defender I've seen with my own eyes, honestly. And I think there's definitely a debate for this one. It's Virgil van Dijk. Honestly, just from what I've seen, he's just the most dominant, hardest to get by defender I've seen with my eyes. I know there's people saying stuff about Maldini and all that, but I have honestly never seen Maldini play, and I don't know any of his accolades. So just based off of what I know, I have Virgil van Dijk as the best defender ever, to be honest. And yeah, that's number 7, I believe. Number 7. At 6, I have Johan Cruyff. I've never watched his highlights, but I've heard insane things about him, and I use his move all the time. It's called the Cruyff, obviously. So, yeah, I think this guy's a super skilly guy. I don't really know how to put it, but yeah, he impressed me. Number 5, I have my number 1 midfielder of all time, Zinedine Zidane. This guy's insane. I think Bellingham is looking to be similar to him. That's why I have him as my honorable mention. But yeah, that guy was also a really dominant guy in the midfield. And yeah, I've watched a few of his highlights and stuff. Obviously, he headbutted that guy during the World Cup final, but yeah, I think that was a bit too much. But other than that, he's great. Number 4 on my top 10 list, I have Maradona. I think these top 4 can be interchanged around all over. I think people interchange them around all the time. But number 4, I have Maradona. I don't really like him as a person, but I think him as a player, he was amazing. I've seen so many videos of him. Like, this doesn't really have anything to do with him actually playing the games, but I've seen so many like highlights of him just like juggling it during warm-ups, and it's just like never falling. So yeah, I have Maradona at number 4. So let's go into number 3. Number 3, I have, this is kind of controversial, but I have CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Most amount of goals ever. Honestly, 5 Champions Leagues. You'd think that's enough to get him in the top 2, even 1. But to be honest, I think these players above him, I've just seen more from them, and I think they're much more like skillful. I think Cristiano Ronaldo like relies on a lot of other players to provide for him, which I know is kind of insane. But I feel like these other players, like, I feel like they just create more attacks. I feel like they just do more in the attack. I think Ronaldo is like a super scary guy up top, but like I just feel like that's about it. And yeah, I know he scored a lot of goals. I know he has a really good track record, really good stats, but looking at what I've seen from my eyes, I have him at 3. Number 2, I have Pele. Honestly, I watched that documentary about him when I was like in like 4th grade or something, and then from then on, I thought he was the GOAT until like a few years ago. And yeah, his story is insane. I'm not saying he's the GOAT because he has a good documentary or anything. I'm just saying like I've seen stuff from him, and it's just like his stats. But even more than just stats, like just looking at his play, like back in when he was like 18 coming into the league, like it's insane stuff. And I think personally he's better than Cristiano Ronaldo. I think a lot of people have Ronaldo above him. I totally get that, to be honest. I think me, as a guy who was like watched Pele and watched his highlights or whatever, seen the stats, seen the everything from Pele, seen the documentary about him and his story, I have him at 2. Number 1, of course, is Lionel Messi. This is my list. If you notice, I've been looking down at it just to make sure that I have it right. But I have Messi at number 1 because, I mean, he has like 50 trophies, insane amount of goals, insane amount of assists, most goals plus assists of all time, which is just, I feel like that just shows how much he creates in the attack. Like, I feel like he is also like a scary guy up there. Like, you don't want to come across him. But like he also like passes the ball and like has a lot of assists compared to a lot of people. I think he's actually, I feel like he might have the most assists ever, but I might be wrong on that one. I haven't researched that, but I think Messi, easy top 1, easy number 1. Has his World Cup now, 8 Ballon d'Ors. What else? I'm completely blanking on his stuff, but I think he is 100% better than Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think it's a debate. Honestly, you can try to debate me, but I don't think it's a debate. But yeah, he creates so much for everybody else, and his dribbling. I hate when people like bring up Cristiano Ronaldo's dribbling as if it's like good or like compare it to Messi. Like, I feel like Messi's dribbling is so much better than Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not even funny. Lionel Messi, number 1. It's really not debatable. I know people think they can debate it and all that, but no. I think even now with Cristiano Ronaldo, jeez, can't say his name. He hasn't won anything with Saudi Arabia. Messi just won a MLS Cup with Inter Miami. He won Supporters Shield last year. And he's doing that while also winning back-to-back MVPs. He's just dominating the league. And he has, like, I feel like he has, like, I need to go look at the stats again, but, like, he has an insane amount of goals and assists compared to his games. Like, it's just ridiculous. And I think Messi is the GOAT, of course. I hope you guys enjoyed this one a lot. I really enjoyed making it, to be honest. It was really hard to figure out that top 10. It took me a while, but I came to that conclusion. That is my top 10 players of all time.